Today I'm going to be showing you how to get into Safari Montage and how to organize your playlists. So if you remember, in order to access Safari Montage, we just go to our teacher resources, click go, and then we can click Safari Montage at the bottom. So when you go into Safari Montage, you're probably going to land here in the dashboard. However, when you're going into it, you're probably searching for something specific to begin with, and you always want to start in your playlists. Now, if you'll notice over here on the side, I have created some folders. Now, for some reason, my folders no longer have names, but that's okay. Folders are places I can store my playlists in, and I can be really organized with this. So I'm going to right-click this one and just rename it Math. And I'm going to right-click this one and rename it Social Studies. And I'm going to right-click this one and rename it Science. Now within these playlists, I can even become more organized by naming them by 9 weeks. So I can call this one first 9 weeks. And all I'm doing essentially is I'm clicking on Playlist and Create, and that gives me a new folder. So I'm going to call this one Language Arts, if I can spell it. Okay, you're going to be looking for a lot of really great resources in Safari Montage, and you're probably going to be using them next year. So you want to be as organized as possible so when you're going back to look for them, it's not taking you more time than necessary. So once I decide on what folder I want to put my information in, I can click on the folder. I can come over here to this playlist action and create a new playlist. Now, once again, we want to be really specific in how we name these playlists. So I'm going to say this is first grade, this is math, and I'm going to call this decimals. And my subject might be comparing. Okay, I can even come down here and limit the grade range and then click Save. So in my Math First 9 Weeks folder, I now have a playlist that I can click on. I can go back in here to Language Arts. I can do the same thing, create a First 9 Weeks folder. Click on that folder and click, we want to go to Language Arts. And we want to create a new playlist. I'm going to call this one First Language Arts, and I'm going to call it Writing, even though that's not very specific, just for the purpose of this video. I'm going to limit that to first grade and click Save. Now, anytime you go into Safari Montage, you need to make sure you are in the right playlist that you want to add things to. That'll be your active playlist. Right now, the last one I worked on was Language Arts Writing, so there it is. If I want to add things to my Math Decimals playlist, I need to first click Playlist, come over here to the folder that it's in, then click on the playlist. And what you'll notice is once I search for something, let's search decimals, it'll show that my first Math Decimals playlist is my active playlist. And then if I want to toggle back to my other one, I just go to Playlist, click on the playlist I want to access, and start my search. And that is how you create folders and playlists in Safari Montage.